The Guy with Balls of Steel, the story of Stephen Chidwick. Stephen Chidwick from Britain became the best player of Party Poker Millions Series Grand Final in Barcelona. He earned $2.5 million. Stephen Chidwick has demonstrated the most spectacular feats at this tournament. It's like he has cosmic awareness. A brilliant play by Stephen Chidwick. And his bluff was successful. Well done, Stephen! During one round of the main event, Stephen demonstrated fantastic skills. 7 players remained at the final table. Thomas Boivin opened with suited Jack and Queen from mid position. The opponents fold before the big blind. Chidwick calls with unsuited 8-9. The flop is a deuce and a 9. Stephen got a top pair and checked. Thomas makes a tight cont bet, 3/4 of a pot. Chidwick calls. The turn is a third heart, a 7. Chidwick checks, Thomas slows down and checks again. The river is a king of hearts. There are 4 hearts on the table. Stephen thought a bit and checked, and Thomas devised a bluff for 20 million chips. Let's see if Chidwick has the courage to crack it. Guess what happens next? Stephen raises by 100 million chips and Thomas bites the dust. An excellent play that allowed Chidwick to finish third at the main event and earn $1.2 million. The success in Barcelona launched Chidwick to the top of 2018 poker ratings. The story of success of a guy from a tiny fishing village began from online poker. Stephen earned around $80,000 before he hit 18. Chidwick played MTT and earned a unique achievement. He won 101 invitations to the WSOP main event at satellite tournaments. It is worth over $1 million in buy-ins. Of course, Stephen was more than happy to cash out on extra tickets. Since the beginning of 2018, Stephen Chidwick has already won $5.5 million in live tournaments. Aside from Party Poker Millions, he also won $1.5 million at Super High Rollers in Macau and got excellent results at US Poker Open. Steve won 2 events, Hold'em and Mixed Play, and at other events he twice came second and once came third, 5th and 12th. After US Poker Open, Chidwick won another $1.25 million in total. Throughout his career, Stephen won $15.5 million in offline events and over $5 million online. There is only one British above Stephen in the live tournament's money list, Sam Trickett. But if Chidwick continues playing like that, he will definitely surpass Trickett. And now we will share 3 lessons of reading opponents from Stephen Chidwick. If you are able to do the same, then you will certainly succeed. Lesson 1. 3-bet bluffs. Stephen opens with Ace-Queen from hijack. Dominic Nietzsche 3-bets from a cutoff. He has unsuited King and Jack. Other opponents fold, Stephen calls. The flop is Rainbow 9-4-2. Chidwick checks. Dominic cont bets 1/4 of a pot and gets a call. The turn is a 7 of clubs. Chidwick checks again and Dominic presses on, betting 1/3 of a pot. It is a hard call for Stephen considering stack size, but he calls nevertheless. Seems like Chidwick cracked his opponent. The river is a 2. There is a deuce on the table. Stephen checks and Dominic realizes that he is in a tricky situation. What a look! Dominic checks and Stephen shows his cards first without hesitation. A brilliant play. Lesson 2. Ace-High Showdown. Again, Chidwick has unsuited Ace-Queen, this time at the cutoff. He raises, then both blinds are called. The flop is unsuited King 9-2. A quick check. Chidwick bets 130,000 and Bryn Kenny calls. The turn is a second diamond card, a 5. Bryn checks, Steve decides not to rush and checks back. The river is an 8 of hearts and Bryn reaches his chips. He bets 60% of a pot. It seemed that Chidwick is about to fold, but Steve takes extra time, looks at his cards and calls and cracks Bryn Kenny's bluff. Well done! Another perfect play. Lesson 3. Falling for all-ins. A hand from US Poker Open. Only Steve Chidwick and Jack Schindler remain after the pre-flop. Chidwick has unsuited Queen 10 with a big blind. Schindler has unsuited King 10 at the bottom. The dealer lays Ace of Clubs, Queen of Spades and 9 of Diamonds. Steven checks, Schindler bets 75,000 and Chidwick calls. The turn is a 2 of spades. Chidwick checks, his opponent checks as well. The river is a third spade, a 7. Chidwick bets 50,000 to the 350,000 pot. Schindler thinks and looks at his opponent's chips. Jack goes all in with an empty hand. That was unexpected for Chidwick. He spends a time bank. It is one hard decision. Eventually, he bets his entire stack and cracks Schindler's huge bluff. Do you see now why this guy is at the top? Want to read your opponents like Steven Chidwick? Do you want someone else to pay $450 for you? Click the link in the description and you will get Poker Statistics Software Hold'em Manager for $160, 8 group lessons for $80, 3 individual sessions with a professional coach for $210, a bonus to your poker account from $10 to $50, and a personal manager for free. Subscribe for Poker Academy channel, sign up for training and win with us.